All right, thanks for visiting Envelope Budgeting, and today we're going to be talking about, let me just straighten this out a little bit. Going to be talking about top 10 questions for me to answer. So here we go. Question number one. Do you think credit cards are evil? Well, that depends on what you mean. No, they're not evil. Man, I know Dave Ramsey rants on credit cards like crazy, but I don't think they're evil. I think they are a tool that you need to use properly. Do I think that hammers are evil when there are probably thousands of people across North America that smash their thumb every year, and nobody says anything about that? Question number two. What is the most that I ever went into debt? The most I ever went into debt was just over $250,000. That was because my wife and I each bought a townhouse, and one of them, which ended up being our best renter ever, ended up being a drug dealer. And so on April Fool's, a police officer called me and said, "Mr. Landstrom, we're going to have to condemn your house." And it was brand new. It was probably about a year, 2 years old. And so they condemned the house. We kicked them out. They arrested them, whatever, I don't know. And then we had to put about, I don't know, $10,000, $15,000 in renovations back into the place just to get it back on the market. And whenever you sell the home, you have to tell people that, hey, this used to be drug op or whatever kind of thing. So that was kind of a drag. So I had to pay all that money. Well, I didn't have to pay all that money back. I had to negotiate, and it was relentless. There are many phone calls, many days where the bank, I won't say which bank, but will call me and say, "Do you think you can come up with $60,000 today?" No, I don't think I can do that. So we did eventually negotiate a settlement. So yeah, that was painful. Question number three. Goonie Goo Goo. Okay, that was kind of random. Question four. How many envelopes should I have? Well, in my honest opinion, I would say try to stay away from using just one envelope, because that would be like having a bank account and that's it. So you can use as many envelopes as you want. It doesn't matter. I use 12, and I know some people harp on that and say, "Why do you keep saying 12 envelopes every time you put a video?" Because it's easier for me to manage. All right. Should my husband and I keep our blow money separate? Yes. Absolutely 100%. Now, there is a difference between keeping your blow money secret and keeping your blow money separate. So you don't want your husband taking off going out somewhere questionable blowing his money. So, keep it separate, because my wife and I, we keep it separate. She hardly spends anything. So during the week, and for me, because I work outside the home or outside the office, I'm always driving a truck. A lot of times I'll get a coffee or buy a lunch, that kind of thing. So yeah, I suggest keeping it separate. Why do you mumble in your videos? What? I don't mumble. Why, that is the strangest question ever. I don't mumble. Who is your favorite superhero? Superman. Really? Did you have to ask that question? Do you pay yourself first? Yes, I do. I am self-employed. So what I do is I take 10% for church, and I take 10% for my tithe, 15% for my tithe, and then 10% for savings as well. And then the rest goes into my envelopes. When should I stop envelope budgeting? My humble opinion is you should never stop budgeting. You could always switch over to an app, Good Budget or whatever, like Rachel Cruz suggests. But I would encourage you to keep budgeting. There will come a time where you will actually have everything in your head. You'll have all the numbers in your head. You'll have the envelope's memorized. And then yeah, if you feel comfortable, you can switch whenever you want. I've been doing it for almost 5 months now, and I'm just really starting to get the hang of it. So, last question today: why do you slouch? I don't slouch. I'm trying to keep my head in the camera. I think that's the big thing. So if I'm like this, what good is that? Do you want me to talk? My posture is great, but now you can't see me. So I do this, and maybe I have to figure out the camera angle. So there you go. There's the top 10 questions. If you have any more questions you'd like me to answer or give a shout out to you, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a fantastic week.